Hey guys, welcome to Gloria's YouTube channel.
Hi.
I'm Jerry. We work together.
Yes.
And I wanted to ask Gloria some questions about voiceover and how to talk better on the mic because I wasn't always good at it. Sometimes some of my audience would say, Jerry, why does it sound like you're always swallowing spit? And I think it's because for a while, until I learned to breathe better, I would talk, I'm out of breath.
And then you're breathing in and out through your mouth as opposed to your nose.
Yeah. Do you have any tips as to how to remind yourself to breathe through your nose? Because as you're getting animated, you're talking, sometimes you will run out of breath. So is there any kind of tip?
Right. Well, so as a voiceover artist, a lot of times we're trained to actually begin with our mouth open.
Mm-hmm.
So you leave like your lips parted and your mouth kind of open so that when you're speaking into the microphone, you don't have this like these extra sounds from when your mouth is closed and it has to open to begin talking. So for instance, if I leave it closed and then I'm like this one time, you hear that little like beginning sound. Yeah. So if you leave your mouth open, you avoid making that extra sound.
And I think when you leave your mouth open, you also don't breathe through your mouth because part of the breathing mechanism is you have to suck.
So yeah, related to that, in leaving your mouth open, I place my tongue where the tip hits like the roof of the mouth. And so thereby kind of preventing me from breathing through my mouth, if that makes sense. So I leave my mouth kind of open. The tongue is resting at the top of over the roof of the mouth. And that forces me to breathe through my nose.
Makes sense. And I noticed also when I was doing that, when I put my tongue in the roof of my mouth, I couldn't breathe out. I'll show you guys right now. So I'm breathing in with my mouth, right? Now I'm going to put the tongue in the roof of my mouth. I can't breathe out because it's blocking, so I have to force myself to breathe through my nose.
Yep. Just some simple tips and techniques.
And then I'll add also, to prevent the put and the bus sound, get one of these pop screens. A little windscreen could help. As you can look at my mic, there's a little
Don
animal.
King.
Yeah, exactly. Don King. So those prevent the p sound.
Yeah, the quality of your microphone is going to obviously make a difference as well in what you hear in the recordings.
And when you did voiceover, did you guys ever play with the pitch of your voice? How to find your natural pitch? You know, some people want to go down here.
Yes, in a lot of my voiceover training, we kind of cover where in your body maybe those sounds come from. Like, are you speaking from the tip top of your head? Or are you speaking like nasally? Or are you speaking through like your throat or like down in your gut? So like using those levels and variations of your body part to create a different pitch or a different tone in your voice.
Makes sense. And when I used to be in choir, we would do exercises like, woo, woo. I guess part of that was to be like, oh, I want to be aware of the different places I can put sound out.
Yes,
So-
exactly. It's like place your voice in different parts.
Makes sense because I'm kind of throaty, which is not necessarily good, but I think I'm also becoming a little bit more using the soft palate, being more nasally, so I think that's helping me a little. And that's probably why I enunciate. It's because I'm using more of this when I talk. And of course you can always use up here, but that's my voice when I do my impressions on the Chinese dating show reviews. I always make fun of I do the girl voice.
That's
up
his
here.
girl voice.
Yeah. So I usually don't use the chest or anything. It's not really good from what I know.
Whatever you feel comfortable with, definitely. If you're training in voiceover, you're going to practice at those various levels and build on characters that maybe you're more comfortable with. So for instance, I have my, this like, what do you call this voice?
Sexy woman voice.
Yeah, it's I go very throaty with it. And That's why it sounds sexy, I guess. But it's not my normal talking voice. Like this is my normal talking voice, which is a little bit lighter, very different. So I don't know if it's very different, but yeah, you can hear the difference.
And another thing Gloria told me was, if you're a voiceover artist or any kind of artist that uses your voice a lot, don't use it unless you need to. So remember, it's your instrument, it's your breadbasket. So don't be pounding the liquor, don't be yelling at people, don't be coughing. I've learned a technique, and I don't know if you got taught this, but something instead of coughing, just try to swallow. I don't know if you've ever like that. I swallow. So,
but yes, using your voice or voice very less often in an everyday environment, because you have to use it for work. So when you're not at work, don't talk much, don't hum, don't sing, don't scream, don't yell, all of that.
yeah. And if people think you're weird, just tell them, look, I lost my voice. Just keep pretending you lost your voice.
It's my instrument.
Exactly. Most of us don't judge. I knew a gospel singer, and he just didn't talk to me once, and then he just told me, he's like, oh, I have a show soon. I was like, okay.
He's saving his voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, Gloria, thank you for these tips.
Yeah.
And
Enjoy.
I'm already playing around with not closing my lips until I'm completely done talking. So no more sounds of the... Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Bye.